Music and Musical Instruments, Their Own Role on the Road by Helen. This living culture of music allows us to feel linked to thousands of years of trade and exchange among the people of the Silk Roads. Xi'an was home to musicians from all over Asia. Many of the musicians even traveled from far away just to get a chance to perform in Xi'an. The city of Xi'an also held many of the instruments used to play traditional Silk Road music. The Silk Road Ensemble played music along the Silk Roads, and the pilgrims and traders were the ones that absorbed the music through the Silk Roads. The Mongols also developed string instruments that were played with horsehair bows, like modern-day violins and cellos. Chinese musical instruments were traditionally classified into 8 categories known as Baiying. The 8 categories include silk, bamboo, wood, stone, metal, clay, gourd, and hide. There are also other instruments which may not fit in these classifications. This was actually one of the very first musical arrangements ever. There are many different instruments that they use along the Silk Road, such as the pipa, the moon lute, the erhu, the shen, the drums, and the cymbals. The erhu is an instrument similar to the violin because it has strings and is played using a bow. It also looks like the folded wings of the mythological bird called the phoenix. The bawu is a wind instrument that comes from China and is shaped like a flute, but has a free reed pipe with a single metal reed. Mouth organs that are very similar to the shen have been mentioned in Chinese texts since the 14th century. The tabla drums have been used in India since the 1700s, and the first notes of the use of the pipa was in the 3rd century. The pipa was also very popular in the Tang dynasty from 618 to 907. The common shay was documented in texts that dated back to the 12th century, and the erhu has also been found in Chinese music that dates back to the 12th century. Some people would play music in bazaars, caravanserais, and tea houses where audiences would gather to listen to the music. People would play their music or bring instruments along while they traveled along the Silk Road. Music was sometimes even played for many different festivals. There were many instruments of many different cultures. Music is like a religion that was played on the Silk Road. People brought their culture's music where they went, and people from different cultures would hear their music. It was instant cultural diffusion. They bring their faith and religion with them on their journey to different places using their own music. Everyone played different instruments along the Silk Road to attract people and help create cultural diffusion. Music was played to entertain people in front of different audiences of the Silk Roads. Music was also played for meditational purposes to keep the travelers of the Silk Roads motivated to continue traveling, even though the path that awaits them is so dangerous. Music along the Silk Road illustrates overarching regularities, not only in the way it is physically produced, but also in the role it plays in society and culture.